back, and today I will be using something that I've had a while now and just have, for whatever reason, haven't reviewed it. It's a brand new tub of Sandalumo by Oleo Soap Works. I've had several samples of Oleo Soap Works since they released, I think they launched their brand around the first quarter of 2017, maybe the late quarter 2016, I'm not sure, but it's somewhere in around that time. And this is their most recent Canard base. Just a little background info. Vida Perez, the artisan behind Oleo Soap Works, she's actually been around a while. She previously made stuff for Peter Charkalis' Arianna and Evans line. If you're familiar with the club, the shaving shop, you know, Arianna and Evans, everything was associated with him. He used to get, all his soaps were made by some other artisan. And sometimes they would tell who it was, and other times they didn't, so nobody knew that Vida was behind Arianna and Evans for a long time. Then it came out, and it was around the time that I think she launched Oleo Soap Works and started getting more and more involved with that he started making his own soap, and now he has his own highly touted base that he makes himself, so he learned on the way, so that's cool. But back to Oleo. Oleo was, they started out pretty small, but what they did was that they were really smart about the way they did it. They had their, I think, a tallow base and a vegan base, and they listened to what people said about their soap base, about their artwork on their labels and all that, and they totally overhauled it over the course of like a year and a half. So now this label here is just amazing looking. It's one of my favorite labels that I have, and it's just really cool. It's a really cool story. She listened to what people, you know, were looking for, and so she did it, and she made the changes, and a lot of people in the wet shaving know who she is now and her brand. A lot of people were highly tout this Canard base. She did have tallow, vegan, and duck fat soaps, and now I think she has phased all of them out except for the duck fat, because that was the highest selling and the best performing of all three of them. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited to use this one. So let's get to the shave and talk about the results and all of that jazz. So stick around. Using a bigger brush today, it's a 26mm black synthetic knot on a Yaki handle. It's the only Yaki brush I have, but it was good for the money. I think I paid like $13 for this. So if you need a cheap brush that looks good, look them up. But so this soap, it loaded up pretty easily. It's a very firm soap. I was able to, I wasn't sure if I'm going to keep this one or not. I like the scent, but I'm just not sold on it yet. So I took a small sample out and put it in this bowl, and it loaded up very easily despite how firm it was. I was able to, it's pliable. I was able to dig it out with my thumb. So it's not going to be like a super hard soap, but it's pretty firmly in there. And since I've had it for, you know, several months, I've had a long time to cure, even after the fact. Having to add some water. So the scent is pretty straightforward. It's listed as a smoky sandalwood, and the scent notes are sandalwood, or as it's described on trythatsoap.com, a sharp sandalwood that is mellowed with oud, another type of wood, and smoke. Now this is not, to my nose, this is not the type of woody sandalwood that you might be used to. Like, if you tried PAAs or Phoenix Artisans and Accoutrements sandalwood, or sterling sandalwood, or even Parasso. Parasso is kind of in between like a cologne sandalwood and a woody sandalwood. This is more on the cologne side, if you ask me. It's kind of in between cologne sandalwood, like Art of Shaving, versus like just a straight woody sandalwood. This is very fragrant. It's mid to strong. So I'd say about a 7.5 on scent strength, and maybe about a 6 out of the container. It gets to about a 7 once you lather it up. And I took a pretty generous sample out, but this is a big brush, so I'm gonna have to work it a little more here. But I've tried artist shaving sandalwood and Edwin Jagger. I used to have a hard puck of Edwin Jagger's sandalwood, and it's a very pleasing cologne type of sandalwood scent. And this is more towards that direction, I would say. The smokiness doesn't smell smoky so much to me as it just smells masculine, kind of like it's supposed to be there in the fragrance, not something burning. It's not a burning type of smoke. This is a cologne type of smoke. That doesn't mean that you won't like this if you're not a cologne fan. It's not a straight cologne. It's just somewhere in between there floating. And I think a lot of people will like this one. Other scents out there, if you go to trythatsoap.com, they have Sandalwood Smoke by the Holy Black listed at #1 at a 75% match. I've never tried it, so I can't vouch for that. It also has Crown and Cream Sandalwood, which I think is supposed to be a smokier one. And it has Katie's Bubble Santal Sensual, which I have reviewed on this channel, and I don't think those two are alike. I mean, there's sandalwood in both of them. That's it ends there. I think they're very different scents. I think Santal Sensual by Katie's Bubbles is a lot more towards Proraso Reds sandalwood, which I like a lot. And this one is this one's just far smokier, and it's just not the same thing. So I don't think that is very similar. I think you could like one and hate the other, honestly. So this one is far more fragrant than that one. It is stronger. So maybe if you tried one of those and it wasn't as strong for you, this might be for you. So, all right, back with the Rockwell 6C with the Crystal Platinum blade. I got 2 days growth here, so let's do the shave and then we'll talk about what happened. Alright, shave's all done. Face feels very good. Post shave feel is excellent on this stuff. Primary and residual slickness were great. So all around a good performing soap. Firm, so you won't overload, but it's still pretty easy to load up. No problems there. It's all around great soap. I recommend trying something in some scent that you would like. This is a good one if you like sandalwood or kind of like the hybrid sandalwood, like cologne type scents. It's very good. The only problem for me was I was getting a little bit of burn right here. And when I have sensitivities to scents, this is where usually the area I get affected. I got some redness right here. I don't know if you can see this in the video because I have a red shirt on. But I didn't get anything under here or all that. If you see a little spot right there, that's from my last shave with that Royal Fougere video that I did. And yeah, this came up well after the video was over, and I had some irritation from that, but it doesn't feel like it agitated it anymore, so my skin feels great. Can't go wrong with this soap. Followed up with some Bear Stearns Man Awesome Tonic. Never used it before. It's like kind of a floral, like perfumey type scent. It's very nice. It went well with this, so good shave all around, except for the little bit of burning here, and it's already gone. Once I rinsed it off, it was fine. So I'll probably be putting this on the trading block or a giveaway or something like that. So it won't be staying here, but it's a good scent. And so I'd encourage you, if you like sandalwood, to try it. It's a good, unique, smoky scent. If you haven't had a chance to try the Holy Black's Sandalwood Smoke, this is a 75% match according to trythatsoap.com. That's a scent I've missed on 2 years in a row. Just wasn't able to get it. So this was a good substitute. I'm glad I tried it. So as always, like and subscribe if you have not. Comment below if you have any questions about this soap or anything that maybe I left out of the video. I love interacting with subscribers, so keep that in mind. And I'll see you next time.